Welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll be teaching you on how I was able to make a frameless frame from the scratch. Yes, in this tutorial, I'll be taking it step by step. I'll be showing you the artwork on how I was able to make our frame from scratch. So in this video, I'll be showing you, for this video, we'll be using the CorelDRAW app. So first and foremost, I have to open the app. I'll go and look for where the app is. CorelDRAW 13. I'm using CorelDRAW 13 for this video. You open it, you allow the video, you allow it load. Yes, for some systems that are very fast, it opens very fast. Yes, this is the first interface. You see CorelDRAW new, you see recently used, you see open, you see template and the rest of it. So since it's a new video and I'm teaching you something about how to make a frameless frame, we'll be using the new option. Yes, I'll click on it. Yes, it will show me this is the welcome page on any job that you want to do. It is from this page that will be doing all other things that we're going to be doing. So the first thing, and the frame that I want to do is 16 by 20 frame, 16 by 20 inches frame. So what we need to do is to set our page setup, to set our page, to ensure that we are designing on the right page. And where can we set it? We'll come to this place. There are two options. You can either come to layout here, this layout here, look at the way it is. You can either come to this layout or you just come to this button here and fix it. Normally, CorelDRAW normally gives you a template that you can just choose from. Let's assume I want to print a frame on a letter size. I'll just come here, click on it, and I'll choose letter size here. If I want to print a frame on A4 size, I'll just come here and click on A4. This is a template that CorelDRAW itself has given out to us. But what I want to do is not on A4 template, so I have to input the size that I want for myself. So is this place that you're going to put it, but we are going to be doing our own in 16 by 20 inches. So therefore we are going to set the meter, the inches size to inches. Then we'll come here, we'll click on 16 by 20. Look at it, 16 by 20, and immediately we are done, we'll press enter. Yes, these are our size. I'm sorry that some of you might not be seeing this very clearly because my system does not have a screen record. I believe that one will be sharper or clearer, but let's just manage this one for now. Now we are done. The first thing I want to do once after we have taken our size is to put our box, our square, on the box that we have drawn. We'll put it, look at it here, I've put it. And the next thing is that it's for us to import the picture that we want to design. You understand? You remember I taught you how to import. You right click or you come to this toolbar here. Look at it here. Import and export. You click on this import here, this button. It will show you so many places, so many folders. It's not left for you to go and look for where you saved the picture. Go and look for where you kept it. So mine, I kept my picture under use folder. I kept it under use. Look at the folder I kept it. I will double click on it. It will open. Then I will scroll down to the picture I want to frame. For this design, look at the one that I want to frame. Look at it here. So I'll just click on it and click on import. Yes. Then drag it down. Once I drag it down, then you release it. Yes. You see, it has shown the picture I want to do. So the next step that I want to do is to power clip. Like we all know, power clipping is putting the picture inside the box so that the excesses cannot show out, or where there's need to be blend, it will just show well. So what I have to do is that I have to right click it down or just touch the picture. Then you come to your effects. Look at this effects tool. You come to this effects tool, you click on it. You go down, you see power clip inside container, place inside container. You click on this one here. Once you click on it, it will show you an arrow. This arrow indicates that where do you want to put this picture. And for this design, we are putting this picture inside this box. So right left click on this box, boom, our picture is inside already. Now what we need to do is that we need to edit the picture so that it can fill up this gap. There will not be white space around it. So we need to enter into the box to go and edit it. So what we need to do, we'll right click to show you options as this, and this option shows extract, edit, lock. The extract means that if you want to take the picture out from the box, you can click on extract, something like, let me just click it for this example. Yes, I've bring out the picture out of the box. You see, that's the work of the extract. So if you want to put it back inside, you just have to go click on power clip, place inside container, and boom, you put it inside. Now we are not bringing it out, we just want to edit it inside. We want to enlarge the picture inside the box so that the excesses will not show us, so that this white space will not show. So we right click and we'll go to click edit content. Yes, edit content. We'll click on it, and when we click on it, we'll touch the picture, then we'll drag. You see that I'm dragging it. We'll drag. Yes, we've dragged it, but we're having one issue, and the issue here is that there's still white at the side of the photo. Like you can see, there's still white here, there's still white here. What we will do, in order for us to fill the gap, what we'll do is that we'll duplicate this picture and we'll mirror it. Yes, what we have to do is that we'll duplicate. How do you duplicate? You come here, you right click on the picture, you click on copy, you copy it. You see the way I'm doing it. Then you come to a plain ground, you right click it again, you click on paste. Yes, now we now have two photos. You can see it. We now have two photos. Then what you just do, you bring one of the photo here as at the place that you want to cover up, then you mirror the photo. You click on this is mirror, you click on it. By the time you click on it, you bring it closer to the previous photo. You see, yes, we've covered this place. The next thing is that we need to cover this other part, and you touch the picture again, you right click on it, you click on copy, then you click on paste. Yes, the picture has been duplicated. You bring it to the side that you want to cover, and what you need to do, you mirror it. By the time you mirror it, you see it has covered that space that is there. You see, now we want to bring out our photo out. We don't want this SSCs to show, we don't want this one to show. What we need to do is that we'll come to this finish editing object. By the time we click on it, boom, you see what we mean. Now those SS picture didn't show. Now this one, we're having a nice photo that we can go and print out. But for this photo, I want to add a small one to it so that it will just like a touch of a small photo with it. So what we have to do, I will repeat the same step I did for this big one. I'll click on this rectangle tool, I'll come to where I want to draw it, and I'll put it here. By the time I put it here, I'll go and drop my tool on pick 2. Then I'll put color inside. I can choose to put any color, but for this one, let me just put, let me say 30% black. Yes, what I want to do, I'll go and import the picture that I want to put inside. I'll come here, click on import, I'll search for the picture, I'll go down, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down to search. And if you are just seeing our video for the first time, please like, subscribe to our channel. In this channel, we'll come here to teach you one or two about printing, about customization, just like the way I'm doing it for you for free. Please, the one you can do for us is to click on the subscribe button, help our channel grow so that it can reach out to other persons, other people too. All right, so this is the picture that we want to add to the frame. We'll click on import, we'll bring it down, and just the same way we power clip this one inside this frame, we are going to be power clipping this one inside this one too. Yes, we'll click on the effect tool, we'll click on power clip, place in inside container, then you click on it. It will show you which box you want to. If I click on this box, this photo will enter inside here, but I don't want to put it inside here. I want to put it inside this small box, so I'll click on this box. Boom, you see it has entered. So for me to adjust it, you see the way it has little white at the side, I want to cover it up. So what I will do, I will right click, I will click on edit content, I will enter inside, then I will stretch the picture a little, just a little, so as to cover up the SSCs. Then when I'm done, I will click on finish edit content. Yes, now let me just increase the outline. Let me zoom it up a little so that you can see it. Okay, let me increase this outline. You see this outline, look at it here, you see it, you click on it, it will show you how many points are you increasing the outline. You can increase it little by little. Let's say 2 2 is not too visible, you can increase it to 4. If 4 is still not visible, you increase it to 8. But for this photo, we'll be leaving it at 8. Yes, by the time we are done. So to make the outline bring out the picture out, you have to change the color. We'll come to this place, we'll right click the box. You see, immediately you right click the box, it has changed the color. You can change it to any color. You can right click on yellow, right click on green, right click on red, on whatever color. So but for this video, we'll be right clicking on white. We'll leave it at white. So the next step for us to do is to export this picture and prepare it for printing. What we'll do, we'll outline everything just to make sure we don't lose out anything. We'll outline everything and we'll group them. Yes, by the time we group them, we'll come to this place. Look at this tool here. Remember, to bring in picture we use import, but to take out picture out we use export. We'll click on the export button. Yes, we'll look for the folder that we want to put it, and normally for us to print a photo, we need to print it out as, we want to set it out as JPEG. Like here, this one is showing TIFF, but we want to make it JPEG. We'll click on this, we'll look for where JPEG is. We'll look for JPEG. Look at it here, you see it, JPEG bitmap. That's one we use for photo. We'll click on it and we'll save it with the name that we want to use. I will type photo print. I'm sorry, this might not come outside well to some persons. I have not bought a laptop that normally do screen recording. I'm just managing my old laptop. If I had money to buy the normal one, I will buy it, and I believe people will be watching it very clearly. It will be very easy, but let's just manage this one for now. So by the time I'm done with it, I will check it again. It's JPEG, everything is okay, and I'll make sure the folder I want to put it is a folder that I can easily remember. Yes, you can go and look for the folder. I want to put it on print folder so that I can easily remember to save the job. Then you click on export. It will show you this next icon. What this one is all about is that it lets you know what resolution to use. It helps you confirm the size, stuff as that. So the size, everything is okay, but you can still choose to, if you want to rename it 16, 20, just to be sure that you are okay with it. Then for the resolution, you can increase it, and mind you, for the resolution you need to increase it to a reasonable amount so that the picture will be sharp. If the resolution is not too high, the picture will be blur. So for this one, we'll just make it, let's say let's say we are using 100 resolution or 200 resolution. Yes, then we'll come to this place. For photo, if you are printing a photo, we normally use RGB. Yes, RGB is what we normally use to export our photo. Don't use CMYK, don't use playlated, don't use grayscale. We use RGB color 24 bits. We'll click on this RGB, you click on it. By the time you click on it, everything is okay, just the way it is set here. Leave it like that, then you click on OK. Now we are waiting for our picture to export. This is the first step. Once you show this next, it's just for you to confirm everything is okay. You can zoom out to make sure that you confirm, then everything is okay. Just click on OK here. You click on the button, you highlight load, and congratulations if you have just watched this 14-minute video. This video just shows you on how to arrange your photo, how to arrange it for printing. For some of you that normally know how to frame pictures but you don't know how to arrange it, this is the step-by-step guide on how to arrange it. So in our next video, I'll be showing you on how I was able to make the frame from the printing stage down to the finished work. And if you are just in our video for the first time, please like, subscribe, and help our channel grow. Till I get to see you in our next video, I love you and I always love you. Bye.